Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi, welcome back to Weekly Words. My name is Alicia, and this week we're going to talk about ways to say hi. This should be fun. Let's get started. First is yo. This one is a little bit casual, in case you couldn't tell. Used for close friends, maybe family members if you have kind of a silly relationship with them. Just quick, short, easy to do. In a sentence, yo, how's it going? Howdy. Howdy, traditionally associated with cowboy culture, I suppose. You should play a banjo maybe, or you've just gotten off a horse. I don't know. I use howdy from time to time. Howdy. 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 Dun, 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 dun. That was my banjo. Yeah, in a sentence you might say, howdy folks. Welcome to the barbecue place. Next is hey. Hey is a good, friendly phrase. You can usually use hey with a wave and smile, look happy. If you don't, people might think that you're down in the dumps. People might think you're not in a very good mood. In a sentence, hey, I heard you got engaged last week. Congratulations. Something like that. It's usually kind of a cheery, happy expression. All right, next is what's up. What's up is the long form of sup. This does not literally mean what is above you right now. If you want to be funny, you can say the ceiling or the sky, but that joke gets old really fast, and chances are the person you're talking to has already heard it before. It just means what are you up to? What is going on with you? In a sentence, what's up? Did you have a good weekend? Typical response to what's up is not much. Find out some more responses in English in 3 minutes. We did an episode on this. Nothing much. How about you? That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know what I'm doing. The next one is long time no see. You can use this when you haven't seen the other person for a long time. You're at a party or at an event or whatever. Anytime it's been a long break, you can decide how long is. Not the day before or the week before. Maybe a few weeks or a month, whatever is unusual for you and this other person. When you see them, you can say, hey, long time no see, how have you been? That's the end. So those are a few different ways to say hi in a few different situations. I hope that you have a chance to try them out the next time you meet someone or you greet someone. Thanks very much for joining us this week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Instead of saying sup, I like to say soup. Sup. Soup. In this lesson, you're going to learn new, more common ways to ask and answer the question, how are you? In English. You've probably learned, how are you? And I'm fine in textbooks before, but in the United States, people will usually ask this question and answer it in a different way. First, let's review. If someone says, how are you? You can say, I'm fine. I'm fine. Here are some other ways to answer. Pretty good. This means about the same thing as, I'm fine. Pretty good. We also have, not bad. You can use this if you are feeling just okay or so-so. Not bad. Let's look at our question again. How are you? This is the most well-known way of asking how someone is. You could use it when you want to be polite. But now, let's look at some different ways to ask how someone is. These ways are more casual and much more common. First, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? You can answer this in many ways. If you're feeling good, you can say, good. Good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Once more, good, pretty good, not bad. Here's a tip. Even though these answers mean the same thing as I'm fine, you can't answer how's it going with I'm fine. It will sound a bit strange. If you're not feeling good, you can say not so good, not so good, not great, not great, or not so well, not so well. Be careful. If you say one of these, the other person will usually ask, why? What's wrong? To be polite. Then you will have to explain. Another casual but very common version of how are you is what's up? What's up?
To reply, use a cheerful voice as you say, not much, or nothing much, nothing much. This means you're free and able to chat. Since what's up is just another way of saying hello, you can also reply with hey or hi. Now it's time for Alicia's advice. A lot of the time, when we ask questions that mean, how are you, in English, we're not actually asking about the other person's health. We're only asking to be polite. You should think of these questions as another way of saying hello, a way for the conversation to get started, instead of actual, literal questions. In fact, when someone asks you, what's up, you don't even have to answer. Just say, what's up? In reply. See you next time.
Hi everyone, I'm Bridget and welcome to today's lesson. Today's topic is 10 ways to say hello in English. Good morning. Good morning is the first thing you say to someone when you see them in the morning. Good morning, sir. Would you like a cup of coffee? Good morning. Could I please get some orange juice? Good morning. I'm still tired from the night before. Hello. Hello is the most common greeting you'll hear. That and hi. Hello is a polite, nice way to greet someone when you see them. Hello. Everyone says it. You cannot go wrong saying hello. Hello can be used at any time of the day, no matter whether it's morning or at night or at 4 a.m. When you see someone, you can say hello and it will still be appropriate. Long time no see. Long time no see. It's not necessarily grammatically correct, but it's a saying that we have. Hey, long time no see. What it means is that you haven't seen that person in a long time. So it literally means long time no see. Long time no see is something you say to someone when you haven't seen them in a while. Hey, John. Long time no see. How are the wife and kids? How have you been? Hey, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been is asking someone how they're doing and how they've been for the past however long if you haven't seen them in a while. You might say, hey, long time no see. How have you been? How have you been? That's past tense. It implies that you haven't seen them in a while and you want to hear about how they are and how they've been for all of that time that you haven't seen them. Hey, long time no see. How have you been? How are you? How are you means how are you doing? How are you feeling? How is everything? It's a standard thing that you might say to anyone, even if you've seen them the day before. You might see them today and say, hey, how are you? How's it going? Hey, how's it going? How's it going is a more informal way to say, how are you? So, how are you and how's it going, they mean the same thing. It's asking how you are doing, how you are feeling. Is everything okay with you? What's up? What's up is another way of saying, hey, how's it going? But this one is even more informal. So you might say this to friends. Hey, what's up? And they'll say, nothing. Just living my life, day in and day out. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Would you like some lunch? Good afternoon is a polite way to greet someone in the afternoon. So if you run into your boss, you might say, good afternoon. It's very nice. It's polite. Not a lot of people say it to their friends, but it's a polite way to greet someone. Good evening. Good evening is a nice way to greet someone in the evening time. You can only use this phrase in the evening because it's wishing someone a good evening. It's saying hello at a certain time of day. Good evening. Would you like some dinner? Good evening. Have you eaten yet? All of my examples involve food, it seems. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. This is something that's very common to say the first time that you meet someone. You might shake their hand and say, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Bridget. My name is..." It's telling that person that you are happy to be meeting them. It's a pleasure to meet them. "Hi, it's nice to meet you." That brings us to the end of this lesson, 10 ways to say hello. If you guys liked the video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And don't forget to go to EnglishClass101.com for more English.
Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Imagine you have met an old friend whom you are seeing for the first time in a long time. What do you say? Hi, Alicia here. Catching up with old friends in English is easy. In this lesson, you're going to learn how. Gustavo has come to New York to work with George, and they have a lot to catch up on. Let's watch.
Mr. Silva, sorry to keep you waiting. Mr. Thomas is here.
George.
Gustavo, it's been too long.
I know. It's good to see you again. Here's a little something from Sao Paulo.
You shouldn't have. Thanks. And you're looking well. How have you been doing?
I'm good. The hotel is pretty nice and it's great to be in the States.
That's great to hear.
And you? You're looking well too.
Been busy, but doing well. Let's catch up at lunch.
Okay.
Now the lesson focus. Here's how to greet an old friend in English. Ready?
Do you remember what George said to greet Gustavo right after he arrives?
It's been too long.
First is a contraction for it and has.
It's
Next is the word,
been
and last is the phrase.
too long.
Together, it's.
It's been too long.
You can use this phrase whenever you're greeting an old friend or acquaintance you haven't seen for a long time. Now you try. Imagine you are greeting a member of your family after living in another country for 6 months. What would you say?
It's been too long.
Do you remember what Gustavo says after he agrees with George that it's been too long?
It's good to see you again.
First is a contraction for it and is.
It's
Next is the word.
good
After this is the phrase,
to see you
and last is the word.
again.
Together, it's.
It's good to see you again.
You can use this phrase anytime you are meeting someone that you haven't seen in a while. Now you try. Imagine you're picking up a friend from the airport who is visiting you. How could you greet them?
It's good to see you again.
Now imagine you're having a second business meeting with a client at work. What would you say to greet them?
It's good to see you again.
Do you remember what question George used to ask Gustavo how he has been?
How have you been doing?
First is the word.
How
Next is the phrase.
have you
And last is the phrase.
been doing?
Together, it's.
How have you been doing?
This phrase is used to ask how someone has been since you last saw each other. It's similar to the phrase,
How are you doing?
but is asking about someone's past condition rather than his or her present condition. Now you try. Imagine you run into an old friend at a cafe. What question could you ask them?
How have you been doing?
Now imagine you are talking to your little brother on the phone. How could you ask him how he's been since the last time you spoke?
How have you been doing?
Liked this quick lesson? Watch the full version at EnglishClass101.com to understand the whole dialogue. While you're there, learn all about American culture with our audio lessons and cultural word lists. Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com. See you next time. Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 10 different phrases that you can use to respond to the question, how are you? So let's go. I'm great. The first phrase is, I'm great. If someone says, how are you? You can say, I'm great. Try to say, I'm great with a kind of an upbeat voice. So something like, how are you? I'm great. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad. If you say, I'm feeling bad, the other person is probably, if they're a friend of yours or a coworker, going to ask you, why? What happened? So if you want to use, I'm feeling bad, make sure you have an explanation ready. Anyway, somebody says, how are you? And you go, I'm feeling bad. Maybe I went out for drinks last night with my coworkers. Oops. I'm okay. I'm okay. I feel like this is one of those intonation practice ones. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It's like sort of upward intonation. You're like, cool. But if someone says, how are you? And you're like, I'm okay. They're like, oh no, what happened? So you can use your intonation with I'm okay to make it a good thing or a not so good thing. But either way, it's not like a very super serious response. Thank you for asking. Yeah. I imagine this would be in a more formal situation. Like if my friend said to me, how are you? And I was like, thank you for asking. They'd be like, what? I would say, I'm fine, or I'm doing well, I'm doing great, plus thank you for asking. So I have to say, how are you? Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. Oh, that's how I would use it. And you? The next one is and you. Like the least natural response to how are you is I'm fine, thank you, and you. Like just just take it out of your head. Nobody says that. I always say, how about you? That's a much more natural thing. How are you? How are you? How are you can be a response, again, after you have given your answer to the question, how are you? I'm great. How are you? How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm great. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? How have you been recently? How have you been recently? This is only useful if you haven't seen the other person for a while. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. How are you? I'm not bad. No, I'm not bad. Things could be worse. I would probably do this. I'm sleepy. The next expression is I'm sleepy. It's like so specific. If someone said, how are you? I would probably say, I'm okay, but I'm a little sleepy. I don't know that I would just say I'm sleepy, unless it's a really good friend of mine. It's a person close to you. You can say, I'm so tired. I would say I'm super tired, or I'm really tired. And I feel like that's a little bit more natural than just I'm sleepy. I'm good. One that I use a lot, if someone says, how are you? I say, I'm good. That's just probably my go-to response. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Maybe I'll repeat it while smiling. I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, thanks for asking. Great. How are you? That is the end. Those are 10 phrases that you can use to respond to the question, how are you? If there's one takeaway from this and from other things that we've done over the last few years on this channel, just get rid of that I'm fine, thank you, and you, and pick one of these that we've talked about today. Of course, if there's another expression that you use for a response to how are you, I'd be very interested to learn about that. But in general, you're pretty safe if you stick with these, I think. So thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words, and we will see you again soon. Bye. Nice.